Hi everyone, my name is Sheena Joy and welcome back to my channel. And before we go on to November, I want to look at October. So there's my cover page, and if you didn't see me set up this month, like for October, I'll link it below and I'll put in the information card above as well. And you can see I did a one-page monthly spread, and I looked ahead to November, important dates to do, monthly goals, my thought jot page, mood tracker, my habit trackers right here. I decided not to track me doing my blood sugar, but that's a whole other story. And I did kind of a fall theme here, where I even had to put in a coffee cup, my inner reflections page, because my bullet journal is also my diary, and my expenses, and this is where I get into my weeklies. Again, going with the fall theme here. And then here I kind of switched to more like Halloween. And then I did a Halloween spread here, and I incorporated some pattern papers and some bat washi tape and just some die cuts I had like around my desk. And yeah, I really like how this page turned out. I think it's really fun. And then more expenses here, and then I want to do a page where I did some watercolored pumpkins. So yeah, really fun. And let's get on to November. So you can see for the month of November, I chose a mandala theme. So what I did is I went through my whole monthly spread and I did everything in pencil. I'd wanted to do a mandala theme before, but because I didn't really know how to go about it, I shied away from the theme. But this summer I did a lot of mandala stones, so I thought, well, I'll try it on paper. It's not the same at all, but still you kind of get a feel for the design of the mandalas. I'm using my Tombow dual brush pens to put in color, and I'll link all the colors below just in case you're interested. The beauty of these pens is you can see I often look behind to the other page, but in fact none of them bled through, and I'm using a Leuchtturm 1917 journal. So yeah, so you can see I'm taking a scrap piece of paper here because I don't want to smear the mandala design. And yeah, just working around the page and choosing different colors, and I'm really loving like the border around the page. I wasn't sure whether to do that or not, but once I did it, I thought, oh, that's spot on, that's perfect. So now that I finished numbering all the different days of November, I'm going around with my ruler and my black Fineliner, and I'm putting in all the detail work. Again, using my page to protect my design. And in fact, I really don't know if it would smear, but I would hate for the color to get on my hand and for me to track that color around the page. So I guess I was just being extra careful. So I mentioned the circular dies that I used, or maybe I didn't, but anyway, that's what I did use for the circles. I use these circular dies that I use for card making, and you could use like a stencil, you could use different circular objects you have on your desk or around your household, and within and around those circles, I just put different designs. And you can be elaborate or you can be really simple. And you can see that with that richness of these colors, you could be basically doing anything. It's going to turn out really beautifully. So now I've taken out my gold Jelly Roll pen, and I'm putting different gold accents around the page. I'm also using another jelly pen. I don't know if it's a jelly pen, but it's a glitter pen. I'm using one from KaiserCraft, and like I said, I'll link everything below. And I was afraid it wouldn't come out on camera, but you can see it really did. And the gold combined with those rich colors, it's beautiful. Just giving you a view right here of the whole cover page. Now I'm moving on to the monthly view. And again on this page, I already put the whole design on with pencil and filling in my color again with the Tombow markers. Again, using that scrap piece of paper just to make sure that nothing's going on to the other pages. Because as you can see on this page, there isn't one of these mandalas that is complete. They're all partial. So I really like this look. And I like that border I put here. You can see the pink and the orange border. And it's kind of a mosaic. And I thought it was really fitting for this whole design. On this monthly view, I've chosen to do one page for November, and in fact, I have November on top, and I've left enough room on the bottom for December, and that's because I might be scheduling things that fall into December, or there might be events that fall like from November to December. And by having 2 months on one page, then I get to have a bigger picture of everything. So that's the beauty of bullet journaling, I think so. Or one of the beauties is that you can make your planner exactly how you want it to be and what suits your needs. And this is really working for me now. Now I'm moving on to this other page, and I use the left-hand side for important dates and events, and I write down the numbers on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, I put in my monthly goals and a to-do list and some notes. And here I'm adding in the color to the design that I already drew in pencil. And then you'll see I'll do the same thing I did before. Is I put in the color and then I take my dies to outline the circles with my Fineliner. And then later when I'm done of everything, I add gold with my gold Jelly Roll pen, and I'll use my KaiserCraft glitter pen as well. Well, I'm going to talk about the coloring section of this, and that is that I'm going to be honest, it was a lot of coloring to do. It took a lot of time, but the way I chose to see it is something like a coloring book. When I color in my coloring book, I find it so relaxing, and that's exactly why I do it. So when I was doing this spread, I just put on some really relaxing music and just got into this kind of Zen mode, and that just made it so enjoyable, and like I just thoroughly felt peaceful while I was doing this. Another thing about the color choices that I made is I almost went with pastels, but I'm glad I went with these vibrant colors. I think the pastels would have looked nice with the gold too, but the vibrant colors with this gold and the KaiserCraft glitter gel pen, or the glitter pen I should say, this one here, just gorgeous. Love it. So now you can see I'm actually sectioning off the pages into those sections I mentioned: the events, appointments, monthly goals, to-do list, and notes. Now on to my mood tracker. I really have to apologize because when I was coloring in this mood tracker, I actually thought the camera was on. So when I was drawing this in prior to coloring it, the hardest part was trying to get 30 more or less even petals. But it did work out actually, so I'm happy that it did. And now I'm putting in my mood guide. I'm glad I went with a mosaic border here at the bottom. And just a note about my mood guide. Sometimes I use more than 3 like overall moods. But this month I just want to focus on these 3. I could have went into more detail, but I thought that pretty much encapsulates it for me right now. And yeah. So again, adding gold accents and outlining with gold. And yeah, it's all turning out beautifully. I can't wait to see weeks like the rest of the weeks of the month. But I'm getting this out a bit late, and I just think late is better than never. And yeah, hopefully if you're late, then join me in doing it late. And if you're not, maybe it'll give you inspiration for another month. Now moving on to week 1, which only has 3 days. So, and using my Fineliner just to go over that pencil, and then doing a little tiny monthly view here on the right hand lower hand side, and then just coloring in as I did before, which is taking my Tombow markers, putting in the color, and then I take my dyes and then I outline with my Fineliner, and then finally I add some gold accents. So you can see that this mandala theme turned out so beautiful. The cover page is just outstanding with that frame around it. I'm just loving this, you guys. It's got to be one of my favorite journal layouts so far. And I've been journaling for like 1.5 years, and it's I just love it. And then here you see on my monthly view, having that November on top and the December on bottom, the events, appointments, my to-do and notes section, and then towards the top, having a section for my monthly goals. I'm going to add some videos here on the screen just in case you're interested. I'm also going to put a playlist below for my bullet journal videos. And consider subscribing to my channel. I really love exploring my creativity, and I hope you're all having fun journaling. Take care, everyone, and thank you for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. Okay, bye.